the uh sex tips. And I guess basically, why is it? I guess females are catching smoke on this one. Why is it always worse on the female when they get leaked? Rose, what are you saying for?
Okay, so recently, there's a school in Nigeria that a couple of girls had their sex tapes leaked, and
A couple. Shit.
yeah, it wasn't just one. Like there are a couple
Oh
of
wow.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, and like it looks like a lot of them might get like problems with the school, which might end up like leading to them getting rusticated. Um,
Guessing what?
and
What?
rusticated,
Yeah,
like
what does that
expelled.
mean?
Come
Oh,
on,
okay. Why
Professor
you
Rose.
say
Expelled,
that,
yeah.
bro? Why is this guy using big
I
words?
said
That's the term they use in
rusticated.
Nigerian universities now.
Bro, I'm the English guy and I don't even fucking know that
Yeah, I
word,
don't know
bro.
what that means, bro.
Man, y'all need to step up.
Alright, no wireless.
So, yeah, sex tapes. I mean, like, I wouldn't necessarily say, well, depends on the context you're using. For example, let me use like a Nigerian school now. I mean, if both the girls and the boys' face is public, man, they are both going home. They are both going home. Like they're both getting expelled. I know. And I think like a lot of the time, um the nature of the sex tapes, some of the guys do their best to conceal their faces so that like they don't get exposed, leaving the girl's own face like public, like for everyone to see her face and everything. And once that happens, like that's already a recipe for disaster if it then gets
Wait,
leaked.
but
I
aren't the
know.
girls
And it's
aware
not even just,
that there's a recording going on?
I mean, some girls are aware that the recording is
So they are
going on.
choosing to leave their face there.
Yeah, I guess some of them do choose to leave their faces on there. It's either one, they choose to leave their faces on there, or two, they are being recorded without their consent. I mean, like we've heard that happen
Yeah.
a lot of the time. So, like, in fact, it's not even just sex tapes, even nudes as well. Like, once the a lot of the time, yeah, they'll cover the faces of the guys, and then once the nudes gets viral, like it becomes an issue most times for the girl. And the thing about the concept of, one of the reasons why I feel like the concept of, how do I put this now, of it being worse for this on the side of girls is because when you look at the cases of most times of revenge porn, is always guys, most of the times it's guys that are the culprits, leaking the nudes or leaking the sex tapes. So,
Wait, can
and
I
because
ask
of the
real
fact that
quick?
like,
Sorry, what's revenge porn?
yeah, revenge porn is like, let's say you get hold of maybe a girl's nudes or anybody's nudes or a sex tape and everything,
Mm,
and then you threaten to start posting it online, and then you eventually do post it online. I
mm,
know that's basically revenge porn. So that act of like posting it without the person's consent and like basically using it as a form of leverage against that person, that's basically revenge porn. So
mm.
I mean, like most of the people that engage in revenge porn is mostly guys. You hardly, it's not impossible, but you hardly see girls do that kind of thing. I mean, maybe you share intimate moments with someone or somebody sends you nudes or something. Even if they do have those videos, they do have those pictures, they barely ever post them. But it's always the guys in the means to, get back at the babe or another means of extorting them. So, like, most of the time, whenever you see those kind of situations, it's mostly babes that suffer in those cases. I mean, like, we see it virtually every day. We see screenshots on Twitter where people threaten others that, oh, if you don't do this for me, if you don't do this for me, I will leak your nudes and all of that kind of stuff. Another very, very key thing is, well, aside from if you are not, what's the word I'm looking for? if you are being recorded without your consent, I do not think that you should be engaging in sex tapes, because those things, they are too risky. Engaging in sex tapes, sending nudes, guy, is too risky. It's too risky, because I mean, and I know that a lot of girls, I mean, a lot of girls send themselves nudes. They send each other. They just send their friends, their other female friends nudes, and like, a lot of the time, you may not be discreet about these things. One of your guy friends who does not have good intentions gets a hold of your phone, scrolls through, sees it, airdrops it to his own device, and then that's
Yo.
another issue.
You know, I'm
Yeah,
just laughing
like,
because what Rose was saying about girls sending, like, someone sent it to me once by mistake. Like, she wanted to send to,
Oh.
yeah, she wanted to send to, I think, her sister or something. She sent it to me by mistake. Bro, I, I guess she was just like,
wait, are you sure it was by mistake?
yeah, no, it was a mistake. It was
Mm.
definitely a
That might
mistake.
have been a play, you get me?
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly. That
nah,
might
nah,
have been a
it
play.
was definitely a mistake. Like, and she's lucky that, you know, Snapchat, like when you receive messages, you know, sometimes if you click on it, like it will just open whatever it is you sent. So
Mm.
lucky for her, like I swiped the message first, and then I saw her saying, "Don't click on it, don't click on it." So that's the only reason why I did not even click on the phone. Because normally I'll just
Oh,
click on
you
it
didn't
and then the
click on
picture
it?
of the. Nah, because if I click on some
This
like
guy's a better man than I am. So.
no, I think like nah, she's my friend now. Like she's not like a she's not a random
Uh,
person. Like she's my friend. So
Yeah, she's your brethren, so you can know your brethren fully. What's wrong with that?
no. Like
yeah.
if that's not what she wants, like I'm not gonna do that in it. Like, and I
Yeah.
could see how panicked she was at the fact that she sent it to
Oh,
me by
okay,
mistake.
okay, okay.
Yeah, like she was proper like panicked that she sent it to me by mistake. And she like explained that she wanted to send it to her sister, whatever. And then I just deleted it. Like, and so even to delete it, so to delete it, I have to open it to delete it because
So
Snapchat will
you
delete
opened it
after
and
you.
looked away.
You see, yeah, so that's open it and look away. Like that's literally you how we had to happen. Like, yeah, what was to say? Like this thing that they be doing sometimes, man, if it gets into the wrong hands, like you
Exactly.
never know how
It's
it's gonna go.
extremely risky.
But Rose, just to follow up on what you said, so why do you think it's worse for girls in society? Because I don't know if you answered that part.
I don't know. We already know that there's a lot of stigma around babes and how, oh, they are meant to behave a certain way or look a certain way. Something around like the whole purity culture and all of that. And like, once you know your a picture of like your private regions gets exposed, or a video of you actively engaging in the practice that pretty much is an abomination in purity culture, if especially outside the four walls of marriage, definitely is always going to be an issue. And like, we see it every day. People come online, even just not even, we have not even reached probably the issue of nudes or sex tapes. Even just with certain dressings, you already see people coming and saying this and that under people under a lady's comment section and all of that, getting attacked and all. So like, because of that image in which society has placed on women, that's why I feel it's always worse for them whenever like maybe their nudes drop, or maybe their sex tape drops and all of that. Because people now start to treat you some certain way. They're not like, oh, is it not this babe that her nudes leaked and everything? And like, the repercussions are always is always very bad. So like, let me give you guys an example. So when I was still in uni, when I was in my second year, there was a babe that her nudes got leaked, and it was leaked by another babe, and she put it on Twitter. I don't know how the babe even got that picture. She just snapped it, and like, all of a sudden there was a whole lot of commotion in the mail hall. Everybody was shouting and everything. Guys wanted to, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? That's how, oh, they now came to the knowledge that, oh, they leaked this babe's nudes. And you know, boys now, fast. everybody has gone to connect to the internet to check the picture and everything. And unfortunately, they expelled the babe that news got leaked.
Oh, right.
And well, the other babe too that leaked the news, they also
Really?
expelled her too.
Okay, they're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, but
So
she got expelled for news getting leaked. Like, why?
mhm. I mean, like, guy, I don't know.
That's wild. Though.
That kind of,
That's viral.
you know, the way the school is set up, like, there's a certain image that they intend to maintain and everything, and those something like that is not good for the image, for the school's image and all. Which brings us back to like the whole societal issue around purity in girls and everything. And another example was, I think it was maybe about a good 3 or 4 years ago, a babe from Babcock too.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember that one.
yeah, her sex tape got leaked and she was expelled from Babcock. Apparently, the guy that they said was in the video too was also a Babcock student who I think they recently expelled because he had, I think, some mental health issues. I don't know. I don't really remember the story around that shot. So he recorded the video. I think he was the same person that leaked the video. I know. And unfortunately, the girl too, she got expelled. So, like, there will always be greater repercussions. Even though, like, to be fair, yeah, if it was a guy that his face was visible and everything, I mean, he would most likely still suffer the same consequence of getting expelled. But when you now look at, like, this is just in a school setting, like an example of my own school, but like when you now look at like in general society, there's always this, people tend to frown upon babes more than they do on guys when stuff like that happens.
I think it's interesting, like, because in a school setting, I guess whatever Christian schools, so they want to maintain whatever image they have. But I feel like if I was to go into the hostel now and just take a picture of someone naked and post it on the internet, so you get expelled because your nudes have been leaked, even though like it could happen to anyone and you didn't have any intention of leaking it in a sexual or intimate way. I feel like
Yeah.
we need to examine the wider thoughts behind expelling someone just because they were naked on the internet. Like I just think that's crazy because for the most part, after like a week, no one even remembers that shit even happened, let alone damage your school. Like I don't really know how much that damages your school, and if it does, then I think we just have a fucked up mindset in this country because that really shouldn't be a thing. Like, okay, you were naked, like, so like I said, it can happen to anyone. I can literally take a picture in the toilet and then put it on the internet, and then all of a sudden you're expelled. Like that shit makes no sense. But yeah, beyond that though, so if we're saying why is it worse for girls when they get sex tapes leaked? I think, like Rose said, a lot of it is linked to the purity culture we have, not only in Nigeria, but I think the patriarchal structure in general, that girls have to be seen a certain way. It's kind of the same reason why guys with a lot of bodies are not seen the same way as girls with a lot of bodies, just because girls are seen to be more pure and less promiscuous than guys are. I think beyond that, there's also the fact that sex when it comes to girls is something that sells in a way that it doesn't when it comes to guys. So if you look at porn industry, OnlyFans, that kind of thing, girls are able to sell their sexuality in a way that guys can't. So when a sex tape is leaked, like look at Kim Kardashian, like she got famous off a sex tape, right? And she's now a billionaire. So there's more ways that girls can profit off sex tapes being leaked. So I think that's part of the reason why it's highlighted more on the women's side when a sex tape leaks, in addition to the purity thing that I said before. But in general, like when guys, I don't know, like guys, when the sex tape of a guy gets leaked, it's just not a. People are mostly talking about how they're performing in bed. Like there's no shame attached to a guy's sex
Yeah.
tape being leaked. Whereas when it's a girl and a sex tape gets leaked, there's a lot of shame attached to it. And I think like what Rose said is probably like the correct thing. For the most part, it is the purity culture thing. Like the profiting of sex is just the B side to it. Like I think for the most part, it's just like girls being seen as these pure beings that they can't be seen doing these kind of things. Like I think that's just the main reason why.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, with Babe, the whole issue of sex tends to sell more. And I mean, like you mentioned Kim Kardashian, who is a very, very good example, who that was one of the key parts of her rise to stardom and all of that. So that's why, like,
Key part.
that's why, like, there's a lot of like emphasis, or there's a lot of light being shed more on babes, especially in this issue. And
Yeah.
honestly,
Because you
like,
just can't know. Like sometimes you can't know what the intentions are behind like a sex tape being published on the internet. But there's also like clear examples where like it's like you said, the revenge porn part, the way it's just done without like it's not something you want out there, like
yeah,
and people just put it out and you still get like shamed because of it. Then again, in this OnlyFans day and age, I don't know if the last sex tape I can remember of a woman getting leaked was Tiwa Savage, which was when
yeah.
was it last year? May have
Yeah, I
been
think it
last
was
year.
last year.
Yeah, and it didn't really like. I feel like it just came and went. Like,
Like it didn't really affect her that much.
yeah, for like from what I saw anyway, like it did not do anything to her. I don't know if I'm not that in tune with everything going on in the Nigerian entertainment industry, but I didn't really see any back repercussions for a sex tape being leaked on the internet. So I don't know if in this day and age it's gonna have the same consequences as it used to before.
Well, you know the thing about Kim Kardashian though. Even though her sex tape leaked, was that the reason though she got like famous though?
Yeah. Yep.
I know. I think he played a big role, but I think she also played her cards well though. To be fair to her.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's why she got famous. Like for you to play your cards well, like you have to have the cards to begin with. Like that's the reason why she got the
Yeah,
clout to then do whatever she did after that.
True. I guess. True.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known. Otherwise, she's just like a celebrity girlfriend, which in I don't even know if she was even his girlfriend, but she's just a chick that hangs with like the celebrity, which in that time is not really big like it is today. Like today, you can be the girlfriend of a celebrity and get mad followers off it, but then social media, Twitter wasn't even a thing. Like there was no Twitter,
Back
there was no
then,
Instagram.
yeah.
Like it's like you're just another girl. So if not for that sex tape, should have never blown up the way she did.
First. One thing I want to add though, quickly. I feel like though, I could be wrong, but I feel like shit has always been going down in schools anyways, because I know it came up recently during there was this whole thing that happened in Chrisland. Like I don't know the full story to be honest, but apparently the summary was there was some kids giving themselves in like a hotel room or something. Chrisland students.
Oh, you're talking about the kids, like kids.
Yeah, well they were I guess because secondary school, so they were actual children now. So
Yeah, they went
my
abroad, didn't it?
yeah, I think so. I know it was the hotel shot. That was the story I read.
Yeah,
But
it was in Dubai, I think.
yeah, so my thing is, because I know people
Or
then use
America.
that and then use it to spin it and say, "Oh, modern day children of modern day society." But I feel like shit has always been going down in schools, but now we just got cameras. I mean, so that kind of goes into the whole sex tapes and like nudes. I feel like young people always want to like do sexual shit. I feel like now that because there's like digital shit, like now they can record it, now they can send pictures. Um, I don't know. And then for the other one, why do girls? Like, why is it worse off for girls? Honestly, I don't know, but I feel like it's a lot of what you guys said. Like the whole purity thing. I feel like though there are also things that like are worse off for men. So that's just how society is. You know what I mean? Maybe one day to change. Or like say for example, like rape accusations for men now, for example, whether I did it
Oh
or not,
yeah.
once they're accused, is you're done. You know what I mean, so like certain things like that, I feel like yeah, eventually we'll get to a better place, but both on both sides. But yeah, I don't know.
I can
That's all.
already see, like, you can already see it being tamed a bit, like, compared to what it used to be. Like, it's definitely not as bad now as it used to be before.
Well, like sex tips.
Yeah, because of the emergence of OnlyFans and the porn
Yeah, and
industry
like
being as
sexual
big as it is.
liberation and
Yeah,
Cardi
sexual
B.
liberation and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean,
This
yeah,
Cardi B. Yeah, because of all that, though, yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be.
it's not as bad. Yeah.